Hey everyone, and welcome back to another thrilling tuning guide for Forza Horizon 5. Today, buckle up because we've got a real game changer in the spotlight. The Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro. This beast has graced us with its presence in Forza Motorsport before, but now it's tearing up the roads in FH5. Forget everything you thought you knew about the regular Valkyrie, because this is a whole another level of extreme. It's like Aston Martin said, let's take it to another dimension. The mind-blowing aerodynamics and sleek design of this car are chart-dropping. I mean seriously, it's like Aston Martin went all out, throwing aerodynamic parts at it until it looked like something out of a science fiction movie. I'm genuinely blown away by how they brought this futuristic study to life. Other car brands, take notes. This is how you turn dreams into reality. Now let's address the only downside of this powerhouse, the top speed. Sure, it's not breaking records for VMAX, but who cares when you are slicing through corners like a hot knife through butter? This Valkyrie AMR Pro is a corner-devouring race car, reminiscent of a Formula 1 beast. Those high-speed tracks might not be its forte, but on winding roads you're in for a thrill ride. Handling? No, it's out of this world. Good luck trying to lose control of the Valkyrie, unless you're a total FH5 newbie. The car is glued to the road. And guess what? We're about to crank up the performance even more. Today's tune is all about enhancing what's already stellar. Sure, we could go for an AWD conversion or a 6-speed gearbox, but let's keep things true to the Valkyrie's essence. No AWD, it's all about that raw, unfiltered experience. And trust me, you won't miss those extra 2 kilograms by sticking with the 7-speed transmission. Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of the adjustments I made to elevate the performance of this beast. First off, let's talk tires. I fine-tuned them to dance around 2.2 to 2.3 bar when they are all warmed up and ready to hit the road. Now for the gears. I've set the top speed of the 6th gear to around 337 kph. Given that our metric top speed is at 316 kph, the setup's perfect for downhill sprints where we are already maxing out on the straight. Alignment came next. Camber might seem a bit on the low side, but trust me, these values worked like a charm for optimal performance. Exiting corners, the tire temperature on the outer, middle and inside are beautifully synchronized. No need for toe adjustments here. We are struck with the perfect balance between rotation and stability. Front caster is dialed for that extra grip when carving through corners. Onto the anti-roll bars. Low on the front, then the rear, for that sweet spot of rotation and minimal oversteer during corner entry and mid-corner action. Springs? Oh, they're on the softer side, and it felt just right. After some tinkering, I found a sweet spot, but hey, suspension preferences can be as individual as a fingerprint. The low ride height isn't just for show. It's all about keeping that center of gravity low for those tight cornering maneuvers. Now damping. With the softer springs, I opted for a stiffer rebound and bump stiffness. Why? Purely personal preference. Let's talk aero. I paired these settings with some aggressive differential tweaks. Seeking more rotation at corner exit, I cranked up the front and rear downforce and fine-tuned the differential for that perfect balance. Now you get heaps of rotation without sacrificing too much speed on the straights. Brakes were already stellar, so I shifted the brake balance more towards the rear. Why? Well, to add a dash of oversteer when braking. Yes, it's all about personal preference here. But last but not least, the aggressive differential settings. Just what this car needed. And voila, the fine-tuning is complete. Now let's hit the road and see how this tuned Valkyrie AMR Pro compares to the stock setup. Buckle up, it's about to get wild. And now let's dissect the fastest lap I've ever clocked on my accelerating test track with the Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro. In the initial moments you might not notice a substantial difference apart from the stock car boasting a higher top speed, as I mentioned earlier. Until we had those corners around the outpost. With the stock setup I found myself unable to push it to the limits. But oh, with the fine-tuned setup those corners are a breeze. This trend persists across the entire track. Sure, the stock setup may have the upper hand on tracks with lengthy straights, but let's be real. Every track throws in a few corners, right? It's on those twisty circuits, the kind that mostly host circuit races, where the tune setup leads to stock 1 eating dust. That's why a car should never be left in its stock state. Tweaking those values, adjusting the gearing, tires, springs and the differential can transform a car from speedy to downright ferocious without sinking hours into chasing mere tenths or hundredths of a second. For the remainder of the video, I'll let you revel in the harmonious symphony of this naturally aspirated V12. If you found this video enthralling, why not show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel. Any burning questions or genius suggestions? The comment section is all yours. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the revs up high and the weight down low.